I can say for sure that this group that we have this year is the fittest team that we have, and being with the program for nearly 20 years, both as an athlete and a coach, I can say that with confidence, and so that's really exciting going into the championship season. I would say, we were at Connect Cup a couple weeks ago, and we saw all of our competition that we'll see at IRAs, and although in the Varsity 8 we didn't necessarily come out with the result that we wanted, we had a lot of races leading up to that were, within hundreds of seconds, and they fought for every inch of that, and that's different than what I have seen since last year, and so that's really exciting.
Any questions for Coach?
So I'm guessing you have some pretty high expectations for this weekend then, if you've seen all your competition already. What are you expecting this weekend?
I mean, we definitely want to be, in the top 2 would be wonderful. And I think that's really realistic. We were up against Radcliffe at Connect Cup, and we dueled back and forth for, again, those tenths of seconds. And we won out, I think, 2 of the 3 times. So it'll be very, very close. BU is extremely fast team, but we saw that we are definitely in striking distance. So I think being in the top 2 for the Varsity 8 is definitely realistic. I would expect to win the other 3 events, which is the second Varsity 8, which has been consistent all season. That'll be tough with Radcliffe as well. Radcliffe snuck them out at Connect Cup, but they definitely did not have their best race. And then the freshmen are looking awesome, and they'll be in the third varsity event racing against potential other varsity teams, but they're definitely coming on strong. And then our varsity 4 should have a good race, but I think they can definitely come out on top.
Over here.
If this is the fittest team you've had, how did it get to that point? Different changes in training, changes in recruit,
Yeah.
the base of athletes that you have. What happened?
I think just the expectations, the standards. We set standards just a little less than a year ago at this time, and the team was committed to training over the summer. Came in. We had a little bit of a rough fall, I would say, but they turned it around. I wasn't as happy as I think I was expecting to be in the fall, but come February, things just shifted, and the whole team decided to make a commitment to top to bottom being as fit as possible. And so I think just having that expectation that no matter what size we are, we're going to be as fast as we possibly can be. And that's what the team had when I was here previously, that were national champions. And so it's really fun to see that they've made that shift.
Andy, back there.
Dusty, when you're competing side by side with your direct competition, are you just looking at their times? What other bits of information are you taking from your competitors that might come in handy at this time of season?
I mean, we do a race review after, so we talk within the boat about how it went and where they felt that the other team started what we call moving on them, so making distance, pushing ahead of them, or maybe we started to fall back a little bit. So, you strategize a little bit about that, putting in certain maybe moves where you think that other teams tend to, but you don't want to focus too much on that and give that power to the other teams. You want to race within yourselves and what works for you. But we definitely know that even though we are the fittest that we have been, technically we are not as proficient as we need to be. So that's, I think, where we are lacking. You can tell when we start getting tired that we're just not as long through the water, and that's where we start losing seconds. So I would say that's where our competition is up on us at the moment.
You haven't raced a ton yet this spring. Where are you at with your setting your lineups, and how comfortable are you with your varsity 8 or whatever you have set up for everybody?
Well, tomorrow we're doing some more selection, so we'll be doing that. It's pretty close. We have a smaller team this year, which I actually enjoy. It's a closer team, and like I said, the standard was set really high, so it forces some people to make a decision if they want to be on the team or not, and the bottom is so much faster than it used to be. So, but with that being said, the top has really kind of set themselves apart, and there's probably just a couple spots that are still to be selected.